Just move it a little bit.
Thank you very much, and good morning, Eisler School. Thank you very much for that. Well, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Stone, and I am the Visual and Performing Arts Department Coordinator for the Bakersfield City School District. And I am here today for Music in Our Schools Week, as the posters say, and I'll be introducing, to start our program, your music teacher. Would you give a big warm round of applause to Mr. Olmos, your outstanding music teacher. Thank you. And I was going to talk about concert etiquette, but I can see I don't even have to do that here at Eisler School. You already know that the only way to show appreciation at an assembly like this is with polite applause. No hooting and hollering, no whistling, no screaming, just polite applause. Will you show that one more time to all the music teachers? Thank you, thank you. Well, I would like you to see the faces of all the music teachers and hear their names, and some of your classroom teachers have worked with the various music teachers over the years. So I'm going to introduce each one quickly. If you will hold your applause, not applaud until we get to the end, and then we'll give them all a big round of applause. We have Miss Lee, Mr. Tipton, Mrs. Tipton, Miss Moyes, Mr. Engel, Mr. Zelinka. We'll have the first row have a seat here. On row 2, we have from right to left Mrs. Redstone, Mr. Stratemeyer, Mr. Hernandez, our academic coach from the Visual and Performing Arts Department, Mr. Holcomb on piano there. And on drum set, not a music teacher, but a community member who's a professional drum set player, a musician here in town, the owner of Rusty's Pizza, Mrs. Cindy Hicks. She volunteers to go to every school with us. Give all the teachers and Mrs. Hicks a hand, please. Supporting student achievement. Look at the research. Music and language. A 2004 Stanford University study showed that if you master a musical instrument, it improves the way the human brain processes language. We know music makes you smarter. Music, math, and science. Nearly 100% of past winners in the prestigious Siemens Westinghouse competition in math, science, and technology play one or more musical instruments. Well, let me talk to you about Bakersfield City School District. What has been happening the last several years is our test scores have been going like this. You know what else has been happening at the same time? Since 2004, we have seen a 34% increase in the number of boys and girls playing musical instruments in BCSD. Music makes you smarter. It all goes together, and that's why you will have music lessons scheduled throughout the school day when Mr. Olmos is here, because we know that that improves your student achievement. Mr. Olmos will be telling you about the music program and how you can get involved in it. I know a lot of you already play instruments, and that's wonderful. So we're here because music education equals success for you boys and girls in your schoolwork and in your life. We know that it's a benefit. Well, we're going to get the program started, and I can tell you're going to be a wonderful audience. At this time, will you please welcome Mrs. Tipton, who will begin the program.
Thank you. This year, our program is going to feature Disney music, So you will be hearing, as we go throughout our program today, songs from your favorite Disney movies, or maybe the Disney Channel, or maybe you've even gotten a chance to visit Disneyland and heard some of this music coming from the rides. And to get you involved today, we're going to start with a sing-along. So some teachers have some signs down front that give you the words to the songs to help you out, because we'd love to have you join in singing on as many of the songs as you can. We're going to start right on Main Street USA, a song you might first hear going into Disneyland, with Mickey Mouse March. So check the words out and join us in Mickey Mouse March. Who's the leader of the club that's made for you and me? MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Forever let us hold our banner high, 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 high. Come along and sing the song and join the jamboree. MICKEYMOUSE. This next song you might hear if you're riding Splash Mountain while you're cruising through the mountain in your log. You would hear this song from the South called Zippity Doo Dah. Can everybody say Zippity Doo Dah? Zippity Doo Dah. Zippity Yay. Zippity Yay. Sing those words along with us on this song. Zippity Doo Dah. Zippity Doo Dah. Zippity Yay. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity Doo Dah. This next song is from my favorite ride ever in Disneyland, and they've made a lot of movies out of it now with Johnny Depp.
Is it Pirates of the Caribbean?
Aye, it's Pirates of the Caribbean. So we'd like you to join us, especially on the yo-ho part of A Pirate's Life for Me. Yo-ho! Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We're rascals and scoundrels and villains and knaves. Drink up me hearties, yo-ho. We're devils and black sheep and really bad eggs. Drink up me hearties, yo-ho. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. And we've saved for last, one of our favorites, back in the back of Fantasyland, is It's a Small World. And I'm sure everybody knows this one. Some of you may have even played it on your flutophones before. So join us in It's a Small World. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes, it's a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. Here's the easy part, sing along. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. It's a small, small world. Thank you, Ice, for giving yourself a big hand.
Well, let's see, where are all my third graders here? Hold up your hands, or silent hands if you're in third grade. Oh, excellent, hands down. Well, I'm going to teach all of you how to play the flutophone this year. And we have a song to demonstrate the flutophone. If you've seen the movie Snow White, see if you recognize it. It's called Whistle While You Work.
And if you've already played the flutophone, then this is your year to start thinking about an instrument that you might want to play. So we're going to introduce the instrument families to you, starting with the woodwind family. The woodwind family has flutes, clarinets, and saxophones. And they're going to play a song that's featured in the movie 101 Dalmatians, with all those puppies in it, called Cruella de Vil.
Very good. Well, it's with a great deal of pride that we'd like to introduce this next family of instruments, and we're not lying. You can see Mr. Holcomb up here is going to be featured on this piece. How many of you have seen the movie The Lion King? All right, very good. You can put your hands down. We're going to use a song from The Lion King called The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And it's going to demonstrate the string family. Maybe some of you might want to sign up for a stringed instrument this year. In the string family, we have the violin, we have the cello, and Mr. Tipton is in the back demonstrating the string bass. So here we go with The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
The next family of instruments is the brass family. And in the brass family, they wanted to play a song from Aladdin. So I have my hand in little Aladdin's lamp here, and I'm going to wish for which instruments I'd like to hear in the brass family. I'd like to hear the trumpets, the trombone, and I'd like to hear some baritones. The brass family playing Friend Like Me.
family going to feature a very, very popular and famous percussion family. Mrs. Hicks has the drum set to keep our beat, keep us all playing together at the same time, add some interest to our selections. You can add some interest to your own group right here at Eisler School by playing these melody bells. You can play that. You can play the drum pad or even the snare drum in the concerts. But us, well, we're going to play the pots and pans of the percussion family, kind of funny. How many people have seen the movie Tarzan? Okay, put your hands down. We're going to recreate an episode in that movie. It's called Trashin' the Camp.
Students, well, hopefully you're enjoying the assembly so far. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Mr. Almost, and here's where I'm going to tell you how to get signed up for music. If you would like to play any of the instruments that you see here up on stage, you need to have your parents call the school. Everybody say, call the school. Yes, there's a sign-up sheet up in the office, and that's how you get signed up for music. Now, teachers, I put some recruitment letters in your boxes. Would greatly appreciate it if we can get them handed out today. Again, the sign-up sheet is ready. So students, you want to do this pretty much when you get home so you don't forget. Now, if you had me for music last year, no need to call the school. Again, this is important. No need to call the school. Only if you had me last year. We're having a returning music student meeting later this week, students. There will be more information going out on that. So again, but that's only returning students. Everybody else, you have to call the school to get signed up for music. And this next song is our way of reminding you. It's from a Beauty and the Beast, Be Our Guest, but our own version of it. See if you like it.
Well, bonjour, monsieur, mademoiselle. It is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you today. And now we invite you to relax, sit back, and listen as the instruments proudly present your instructions. Call visit the school, it's a rule. Have your parents call the school. Choose an instrument to play today, and you will be so cool. Pick the brass, play a string, play percussion, that's your thing. Try a woodwind that we feature. You are not sure? Then ask your teacher. We do tricks, I tell jokes. We do concerts for our folks. And rob a bank is always safe for mass. So take your letter home and have your parents phone. You've done your best, you passed our test. Call the school. So take your letter home and have your parents phone. You've done your best, you passed our test. Please call the school. Call the school.
Thank you. Are you enjoying the assembly? Wonderful. Well, we are to that part of the assembly that we call Guess the Theme. I know that students, so many of you have seen the Disney movies. Here's how Guess the Theme works. The band behind me is going to play a short excerpt from a Disney movie. If you know the name of the movie or the name of the song, the people with their hands raised quietly, I may choose you to tell us the answer. So, band, let's hear our first name the tune. And contestant number one, where do you hear that wonderful movie music?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And number two. Good guess, incorrect. That happens, it's okay. Let's have this gentleman stand up and give us your answer, please.
Aladdin.
Aladdin, a hand for the young man. That is a whole new world from Aladdin. Thanks. Number 3. This is the hard one. Oh, look at all these hands up. Maybe it's not so hard. Get back here. And contestant number 3, your answer, please.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 2 is incorrect, but every school they guess Toy Story on that, so it's not uncommon that I hear that. Could you stand up, please? Give us your answer.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
It is correct. A dream is a wish your heart makes from Cinderella. A hand for the young lady. And finally, to number 4. And I see Miss Dinsmore's hand, and yes, we do let teachers participate and name the tune. So our answer?
Bare necessities.
Bare Necessities from the Jungle Book. A hand for Miss Dinsmore. That is correct. And a hand for all of our contestants. Wonderful. Well, students, this is the time of the program. We have one more part of the program today, but before we go to that, I want to remind you the real reason we're here is that music helps you be a better citizen. It helps you be a better learner, and it makes you a happier person. And the passion that we all have as adults with music in our life is really constant. From the time I was in 3rd, 4th grade, I remember playing my first instrument to now I'm an adult and I still have music in my life. So remember the gift that you have. You also will probably have a glee club here this year. I haven't talked with Mrs. Payne, but we've had one in the past, and I encourage you to sing and be a part of the glee club as well as being a part of Mr. Olmos's terrific program. Well, how many of you have seen the movie The Little Mermaid? Wonderful, hands down. Oh my goodness, I see them, they are here. It is King Triton and Sebastian, is that you? And Flounder from The Lion King. Would you give them a big hand? They're here right here at Chrysler School. Oh no, it's Ariel. Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Oh, Ariel, will you do me a favor? I have wanted to hear you sing a part of your world my whole life. Will you please sing a part of your world? She said okay. A hand for Ariel.
Look at the stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this flute, look at the drums, look at the strings, we can have in band. They understand, they all know practice makes us better. Bright young students, always learning, ready to play, and ready to know what the teachers know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a bell key and why is it? What's the word? Ring. I wanna sing, I wanna play, I wanna be the best I can be. Here at my school, music is cool. Sign up today.
Thank you. How about one more round of applause for all the music teachers and the 2011 Music in Our Schools Week Assembly.